Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth broadcast of All Around Newtown, a brand new NBA weekly educational series. This program is airing on October 29th, Thursday at 11 a.m. And my name is Matt Peters, and I'm here with Eric Scott Gold from East Coast Event Group, who you've also seen doing the 6 NBA partner sponsor videos so far, including Beauty Lash Bar, the Newtown Fire Company, Dave Marcola of Keller Williams, Namaste Nail Sanctuary, Thompson BMW, and most recently, Ply Bowls of Newtown. So we figured we'd get Eric in front of the camera instead of behind the camera and let him talk to you about his topic for today, which will be, if you want something done right, give it to a busy person. And it's a very, very complex sounding talk, but I believe Eric said he'll be going over things such as the importance of discipline and focus and routines. And he gives a shout out to some go-getters in the NBA and just a shout out to go-getters overall. So Eric, thank you again for coming on. I really appreciate your time spent and everything that you're doing for the NBA and that you're doing for local businesses in Newtown. So without any further ado, here is Eric Scott Gold with, if you want something done right, give it to a busy person.
Thank you guys for having me today. I really, really appreciate it. On behalf of the Newtown Business Association, we appreciate your time and we appreciate you guys coming on and watching us, supporting small businesses and supporting Newtown, PA, the 18940. I know with the situation going on today with COVID, it's been a hard and a rough ride for a lot of people, but you know, we're going to stay strong. We're going to stay through it. One town here, one town there, spread the love. So anyway, today I'm going to talk about something. It's kind of something that a lot of people don't really understand what I mean when I say it. And it's, if you want something done right, give it to a busy person. Let me give you my background really quick. In 1993, I was bar mitzvahed and I met a guy and he was a really cool guy. He was a Jamaican guy from Otis Rios, Jamaica. And he told me that he wanted me to come out and he wanted me to be a bar mitzvah dancer. I was like, I'm not. What's a bar mitzvah dancer? You know, I'm young. I'm a young kid trying to get women. I'm not putting on goofy costumes. That was just weird to me. So I said, okay, I'm just not going to do this. About a year later, I was at a Sweet 16 on top of a table singing Celebration. Met the same guy. He was a little bit bigger then. He was stronger guy. Got bigger. He was pumping iron. Shaved his head. He looked really cool to me. He was like, looked like a really, really cool dude. And I said, nah, I'm still not interested. About a year later, I met my best friend in high school who was dating a girl. I met the girl's brother. I met the girl, her friends. And what happened was they worked together. She's still there. And I came out one day and I became a bar mitzvah dancer. From there, I became a DJ. From there, I became an MC. And I've been DJing bar mitzvahs, weddings, sweet 16s, quinceañeras, communions, pretty much since 1994, 95. All started at Beach Street, Huntington Valley under Bobby Morgenstein. Worked my way up to EBE. Used to call it Eddie Bruce Entertainment. Now it's called Events Beyond Expectation down in Delaware Avenue. And spent some time in San Diego. And now I run East Coast Event Group for the last 8 or 9 years. So during my travels, probably about 2004, when I was working at EBE, I took on a couple of jobs and I was doing a couple extra things than I was supposed to be doing. And I remember I went to the owner when he was looking for somebody to fill a position. And I said, give me this job that I have now. Give me that job that you're looking to fill. Pay me time and a half and I will make you proud. He goes, what does that mean? I'm like, I will do both jobs. He goes, hey, I'm like, I will do them. I will make sure they both get done. Pay me for both. That I can do this. So he looked at me and he said, okay, so basically I'm giving it to you and you're going to make sure that I save $30,000 a year, not paying 2 salaries, only pay salary and a half. And I said, yep. And I said, because if you want something done right, give it to a busy person. And he didn't really know what that meant. And I said, trust me on this. If you want something done right, give it to a busy person. I didn't even know what I was saying at that point in time. I made it up out of thin air. And I had no idea that it was going to stay with me for the next 15, 20 years. What does that mean? Well, when you're busy, you're in a routine. And your routine starts and finishes with little tiny routines within your routine. So let's say, for argument's sake, you wake up in the morning time, you come downstairs, you fix breakfast, you walk the dog, you take care of the cats, and you're just doing things throughout your day. You get up, you go to work, you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you go to Starbucks, you go to work, you pull out paperwork, you do this, you do that, you go to meetings, yada, 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 answer the phone call, do faxes, run paperwork, take care of billing, and you're going, going, going. Now, why? You're busy. You're a busy person. You're constantly moving. So to put a task into your lap of a busy person to continue those tasks, to continue to move, to continue to go along that path, to have more tasks with you as you roll through these tasks, you fill them in and you're able to just move with them. You're able to do them. When you give a task to a non-busy person, somebody that doesn't do anything or has a very laissez-faire attitude or doesn't do much with their day, it gets put on the back burner. Why? Because you're so used to not doing it. You're so used to not being involved. You're so used to having, oh, I have all this extra time. I have all this extra time in the day. I can do X, Y, and Z. But when you're busy, I don't have any time. I got to get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done now. And you're able to then get stuff done in a more efficient, quicker manner. So I just talked really fast. Let's break all that down to you. Let's say, for argument's sake, you have a meeting at 9 and a meeting at 10 and a lunch at 11 and a meeting at 12. So let's say, for argument's sake, I decide I'm going to give a task to that person who's busy and say, I need you to do this. Well, at 9 o'clock, well, I have to do this for Eric and I only have an hour to do it. At 10 o'clock, I'm still in my meeting. I still have to do this task at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock rolls around. Let me get this task done. First thing I'm going to do is do that task. That person's going to do that task. They're going to do it right. They're going to do it efficiently. They're going to make sure it's done. And they're going to continue along with their day because a busy person knows how to multitask. A busy person knows how to get things done. You give it to somebody that's not busy. Okay, well, I don't have to do that right now. I can periodically do it throughout the day. My brain's over here. My brain's over there. What happens? It doesn't get done, or it doesn't get done efficiently. We have a woman that works for the NBA. I'm going to give her a lot of credit right now because she's really good at what she does. Her name's Leslie. Leslie has been with the NBA for a long time, and she has many hats that she wears and many tasks. We dump everything on top of Leslie. We dump this, we dump that. Leslie, do this. Leslie, can you do that? The sweetest person in the world. She has more tasks on her plate than probably the rest of the NBA, the Newtown Business Association, has combined, just because of the things she does. And she always gets it done efficiently, correctly, to the point, to the best of her ability. Why? Because she's a busy person being given a task to add to her busy schedule. When you have people that you know that tend to do things in an efficient manner, an efficient manner being there's a way to do it, there's a schedule to do it, there's tasks to be done, and there's ways to make it happen in a timely fashion. Most of those people, if you've got to that point of your life where you're able to do that, you are probably doing things very, very efficiently. I'm going to take you back to a TV show that I really enjoyed. I'm going to leave the politics out of it because that's not why we're here. But it was a show that I have to tell because it was a really good show that I really enjoyed. And that was the show called The Apprentice. And on The Apprentice, they used to give these people 100 tasks a day to do. And the more and more tasks they were given to do, the more and more they weeded out who was able to do it and who was not able to do it. And that's how they kind of narrowed down to the very end of the show, the one person who was hired instead of fired. If you look at the people that won that show, Omarosa, John Rich from Big and Rich, they were people that were able to handle multiple tasks throughout the day. They were able to handle multiple things given to them, and they efficiently got them done because they were forward thinkers, they were motivators, they were progressive people who fully understood the meaning of work, get it done right, and get it done now. The people that were laissez-faire, I'll use that word a lot of times, laissez-faire. It's my way of basically saying there are people in this world who are go-getters, and there are people in this world that are, that's just me. I'm just going to hang out. the world's going to come to me. No, you have to go get it. So that's what I kind of mean by, if you want something done right, give it to a busy person. The next time you look around at your family, your friends, who are the people that always come through in the clutch? Who are the people that always make sure that things are taken care of, that things are done to the utmost best ability they could possibly do it? They're usually the busiest people who you know, because they're able to add chores to their already hectic schedule. They're able to include things in their already massively over-engulfed, ridiculously complicated days. It's like the soccer mom that puts 25 kids in her car and goes off. She's getting the juice drink. She's getting the chips. She's getting that. She has the tent. She has the cooler. She has everything together. She makes sure Sally gets here and Jimmy gets there. And then you have the one mom who only has one kid. It doesn't have to do anything. That forgets the juice box. That forgets the Fritos. You know, I've seen it happen so many times. When you give something to somebody who's busy, they make sure that things get done, and they make sure that things get done properly and correctly. So, are you a busy person? I don't know. If you're not a busy person, get busy, because the busier you are, I'm telling you, the more efficient you're going to be. If you have people around you that are busy people and you need stuff done, ask those busy people. Say, listen, I know you're really busy, but there's stuff that I need to get done. There's something I need help with. I bet you those people jump and say, I'm going to get it done. And they're going to get it done right. And they're going to get it done fluently. And they're going to be amazing. And that product is going to be exactly what you want. A busy person. Matt, can you hear me? You're busy, right? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Very busy, yes.
So let me ask you guys a couple questions if you're watching right now. A, look in the mirror. Are you a busy person? Are you busy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Do you constantly get yourself going? Are you able to self-motivate? Are you able to get things done in a timely, efficient manner? I don't know. If you're looking in the mirror right now and you're saying, yeah, that's me, you're a busy person. Do you have a lot of time on your hands? Do you procrastinate? Are you not fluid with your daily tasks? Do you run late to things? Do you skim the top of things and not finish projects? You might not be a busy person. But I'm telling you this right now, the busier you get, the more excited you'll be and the better you'll be when it comes to getting things done. So I used to do this seminar with charts. I used to do this seminar with a lot of props. It's been a while since I did this. I don't have anything now to show, but I believe that when I say to you that next time that you're looking for something to get done, next time you're looking for something to get completed, find the busiest person who you know and lay it on them. You're going to get the best possible result. There's not going to be a better result than the result you're going to get from giving something to a busy person, because they're going to make sure it gets done right. They're going to make sure it gets done correctly, and they're going to make sure it gets done effortlessly, perfectly, and honest to God, the product and the result of it is going to be wild, far beyond your wildest expectations. So hopefully that resonated with some people today. That's the short version of my hour-and-a-half spiel that I did about 3 or 4 years ago. I tried to jam it all in so I wasn't boring and people were able to listen. Hopefully it made sense. Maybe. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm not sure how much of this is going to get edited out or what I'm about to say right now, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the neighborhood with COVID and small businesses. I ask you to go out and just support your small business. Like, I really do. I know it's easy to go online and order stuff from Amazon, Target, Walmart, but if you can, get in your car and drive out and support your small business. I think they'll really appreciate it, and I think building up a town one store at a time is really going to help a lot of people, especially here in Newtown, which we all know and love. Okay?
All right, Eric, great talk, and thank you for coming on All Around Newtown again. I did have a couple quick questions, and I know that our audience is probably also asking questions in the comments section as well. The one question I had was, I know when you're having your talk and you're talking about taking on more responsibilities when you already may be very busy, and a lot of people can definitely empathize with that now. A lot of people are busier this year than they ever have been. Do you have any organizational tricks up your sleeve that you like to share with our viewers, or any general any general like organizational tools you'll use, any apps, or are you just a pen and paper guy? How do you keep track of your schedule?
I kind of do it all digitally. I think nowadays having a computer and having a phone, like that's the best way to go because your laptop and your phone comes everywhere with you. I don't think there's anybody who I know that doesn't take their cell phone with them everywhere they go. I don't think there's anybody that doesn't take a laptop or at least some kind of computer device everywhere they go with between 3G and Wi-Fi. I think everything there, and when you like link them together, like the phone links to the computer and the computer links to the phone and everything links to the cloud. So that's kind of how I have everything put together. Um, I don't have anything specific times I do things. Like I I'll work until my brain starts to move itself off of what I'm doing and I start to kind of like drift away and kind of wander. And then I know it's time to kind of bring myself back. One thing that I have learned, you don't have to drink this particular kind of water, but drinking water and, eating something when your brain starts to go off track is always good to bring yourself back because it kind of helps rejuvenate your body and kind of energize yourself. But I just think like the second that your brain isn't 100% focused on what you're doing and you start to kind of drift away, like the Doobie Brothers sang in their '70s song, I think that's when you have to kind of, take a step back and kind of regroup and then come back to it. There's no set time. It could be a minute, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 15, it could be 3 minutes, Even there, I didn't even go in order. I'm just all over the place. So it's like the second that I can get myself back focused, that's when you had to come back and do it.
Yeah, focus is definitely a key part of this. And like you said,
Mm,
drinking water, staying hydrated, making sure you're eating and you're not starving yourself so that way your brain can function properly. And
mm,
that's even something that Dr. Gary mentioned last week when he was talking about drinking ample amounts of water to help strengthen your immune system and to help you
mm-hmm.
flush toxins and all the bad stuff out of your system. So it's a recurring topic, and I know a couple weeks from now we're going to have someone from the Mercer Bucks Cardiology Center on to talk about signs and symptoms of heart disease. So we're not just talking about productivity things here. We're also talking about just general well-being and healthy living kind of things here on All
Mm.
Around Newtown. And I know next week we're going to have Bill Mervin from the Apex Home Loans Bill Mervin team on, and he's going to be having a great talk for us. And do you have any other shout outs you'd like to give to anyone in the NBA, or do you have any upcoming events you'd like to make us aware of? I know you're doing your partner sponsor videos for the NBA. Any teasers as far as who you'll be featuring soon?
We don't have anybody lined up for this coming week. It was just with Halloween coming up and everything, there was a lot of people that are trying to get ready for that because we had a big trunk or treat event at the Green Parrot this past weekend. As far as shout outs goes, I mean, I'm not a pat myself on the back kind of guy. I think everybody at the NBA, all 300 plus members that we have are doing the best they can right now to try to survive and kind of go through the situation the best that they can with the staff that they have and the resources that they're able to work with. And I just think shout out to everybody, really. Everybody just stay strong. That's the best you can do right now. Just stay strong and hug a loved one, rub a dog, pet a cat, just keep smiling every day because every day is a new day. Don't worry about 2 years from now. Worry about tomorrow.
Exactly. That's a good thing for folks to worry about, or to remember, is not to worry about too much, and to remember that if they continue on with that same positive attitude and focus on what they need to do to get to that next day, then those next days are going to keep on coming. And I want to thank everyone here for watching All Around Newtown again. My name is Matt Peters, and that is
Eric Scott Gold from East Coast Event Group.
yes, and we are signing off. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.